My precious child. Right now, I am speaking to you, not with thunder, but with a heart overflowing with eternal love. I see you. I see the ache buried deep within your soul. And I want you to know, these are not just words drifting into the air, these are sacred whispers from my heart to yours. Lean in, because this moment matters. I am not a distant God. I am your loving Father, close enough to hear every silent tear, every cry you haven't dared to say aloud. I am speaking now to bring comfort, to rekindle your hope, and to remind you that I carry you in the depths of my heart. Even as trials surround you, even when it feels like your world is unraveling, know this: you are not abandoned. You are not overlooked. You are not forgotten. You are protected, you are corrected, you are deeply cherished, and yes, you are blessed. This is a sacred season. A season where you are slowly learning who I truly am. You've started to perceive me, to believe that my word is unshakable, and you're right, my promises never fail. But I see that something in your life is not aligned with the fullness I desire for you. And let me be clear, I do not bring this to light to shame you. I bring it up because I love you too much to leave you where you are. There is so much more ahead. I long to multiply blessings in your life, but to receive them fully, you must let go of something first. That subtle habit of complaining, the heaviness of negativity, it chokes the beautiful faith that has taken root in your soul. I see your faith. I delight in it. But child, don't let grumbling poison it. Release it. Release every thought of bitterness. Every whispered complaint. Even the friendships that sow doubt and suspicion into your heart, step away from them. I want you surrounded by faith builders, not faith breakers. You stand at a crossroads right now. Will you believe me? Will you choose to embrace change and welcome the blessings I've placed just ahead? If you do, if you choose to let go of negativity and hold tightly to faith, you will witness wonders. Provision. Freedom. Healing. Harmony. A joy that springs up from the very depths of your soul. And why? Because you dared to believe. Because you trusted my heart. Because you said yes when I whispered, "Come closer." I'm speaking to you now. Will you listen? My beloved. You don't have to hide it. I see it, the pain you've tried to carry alone. The wounds too tender to speak aloud. The moments when you smiled for others, but inside, your heart was breaking. I saw it all. And not once did I turn away. I was there in the silence. When others failed to notice your sorrow, I noticed. When you whispered prayers through tears, I was already listening. You wonder if I truly understand, if I really grasp the depth of what you've been through. Let me assure you, I do. And more than that. I've held your tears in my hands. Each one is precious to me, like rain upon the soil of promise. You've tried to be strong for so long. You've pressed forward when your strength felt like sand slipping through your fingers. But I never asked you to walk this road alone. Come. Rest. Fall into my presence, where striving ceases and peace begins. I know what it's like when you feel left behind. When the ones you trusted seemed to walk away when you needed them most. And yet, I remained. In the ache of abandonment, I stood by your side. In the moments of betrayal, I shielded your heart from breaking beyond repair. You were never forsaken. Not for a second. The world may grow quiet, but my love resounds louder than your fear. My commitment to you is not shaken by emotion or circumstance. I am the same yesterday, today, and always. Even when the storm rages and your vision blurs, I remain your anchor, steady, immovable, faithful. Lift your eyes, child. Don't let the shadows of the past dim the light I'm shining before you. I am not behind you, I'm beside you. I walk with you, step by step, into the healing I've prepared. That weight you carry, it was never meant to be yours alone. Lay it down. Give it to me. Let me carry what your soul cannot. Let my peace, real peace, not the fragile kind the world offers, wrap around you like a warm garment on a cold night. When disappointment strikes, you don't have to pretend it doesn't hurt. Bring it to me. I want to walk with you through the ache, not over it, not around it, but through it, until joy blooms again. And it will. You see only fragments of what's to come. But I, your creator, hold the full picture. I see the restoration already in motion. I see the beauty rising from what felt like ruins. I am weaving your pain into a testimony of redemption, a story that will not end in despair but in glory. So come near again. Let me whisper over the scars. Let me sing over your soul. Let me remind you, you are never alone, and you never will be. This is not the end. It's the beginning of a new chapter. One where my love becomes your strength and my presence becomes your constant joy. Now that you've drawn near and rested for a moment in my presence, I want to ask you something deeply personal. Will you trust me? Not just when the path is clear and the blessings are visible. But will you trust me in the silence? In the waiting? In the space between your prayers and the answer? I know how difficult it is to trust when nothing seems to move. I know the ache of hoping when you've been disappointed before. I know you've been let down by people who made promises and never kept them, but I am not like them. My promises do not falter. My words are not hollow. When I say I am preparing something beautiful, I mean it. When I say I will carry you through, I do not delay. I act with perfect timing, never early, never late, always right on time. But I need your heart to be open. I need you to stop bracing for the worst and start believing for the best. I've watched you try to fix things in your own strength. I've seen how you wear yourself thin trying to keep everything together. But that is not the life I've designed for you. You weren't created to strive endlessly, but to walk with me, step by step, in trust. Let go of the need to understand every detail. You don't need to have all the answers to move forward. All you need is faith the size of a mustard seed, and I will do the rest. When you surrender your plans, your fears, your expectations, what you'll receive in return is far greater than anything you could have achieved on your own. I'm talking about peace that steadies you in the chaos. Joy that rises even in the midst of tears. And favor that goes before you, opening doors no one else can shut. The world teaches you to chase control. I teach you to rest in my control. The world tells you to compare your journey to others. I tell you to walk your own path, one I've handcrafted uniquely for you. This isn't about pretending the pain doesn't exist. It's about giving that pain to me and allowing me to redeem it. You've said before, Lord, I want more. Here is my response, I want to give you more, but you must release what's in your hands so I can fill them. There are blessings waiting. Not distant promises, but provision already on the horizon. I am aligning hearts, moving pieces behind the scenes, and paving a way you never imagined. What seemed like delay has only been preparation. You're not being punished, you're being positioned. So breathe. Rest in the knowledge that your obedience matters. Your prayers have power. And your faith, however fragile it feels, is enough for me to work miracles. Lift your head. Look ahead with fresh eyes. There is goodness on its way, goodness shaped by grace, wrapped in love, and carried straight from heaven to your doorstep. All I ask is this. Walk with me. Trust me completely. Because on the other side of surrender is the life you've been longing for. Now that your heart is beginning to trust, now that your spirit is starting to breathe again, I want to remind you of something essential, something unshakable. You are mine. Not by accident. Not by chance. You have been chosen, called by name, and set apart for something greater than you can yet see. From the beginning, before you took your first breath, I knew you. I wrote your story with care and placed within you unique gifts and desires, seeds of purpose waiting to bloom. And though life has tried to bury them under disappointment and fear, they are not lost. They are simply waiting for the right season to rise. That season is approaching. You've spent too much time believing that your worth is tied to what others think, or to what you've achieved, or failed to achieve. But I want you to hear this clearly: your value is not up for debate. Your identity is not fragile. It is anchored in me. You are not forgotten. You are not invisible. You are not too late or not enough. You are chosen. There is a strength in you that has not yet been fully awakened. Not the kind the world praises, but a holy resilience, a quiet confidence that comes from knowing whose you are. When others see limitations, I see destiny. When others label you with your past, I call you by your purpose. Yes, you've been through trials. Yes, there are scars. But none of that disqualifies you from what I'm about to do in your life. In fact, those very places where you felt broken will become the places where my glory shines the brightest. Stop rehearsing your failures. Stop shrinking in shame. The past may have shaped you, but it does not define you. Lift your head. You are a reflection of my love. A vessel of light. A bearer of hope. I am restoring boldness to your spirit, not arrogance, but godly courage. You no longer have to apologize for the anointing I've placed on your life. You don't need to explain why you feel different. I created you to walk a path set apart. So move forward, not with fear, but with quiet strength. Not in comparison, but in confidence. Others may not understand the journey I've laid before you, and that's okay. I didn't call them to walk it, I called you. And I will guide every step, provide every need, and open every door in its due time. And when doubts whisper again, when the world tries to distract or discredit what I've spoken over your life, return to this truth: you are chosen. You are appointed. You are dearly loved. Let these words be written on the walls of your heart. Let them guide how you speak, how you move, how you live. Because walking in your identity isn't just about feeling good, it's about walking in freedom. It's about knowing you have nothing to prove and nothing to fear. This is your calling, child of heaven. To live boldly. To love freely. To follow me without hesitation. The world needs the light I've placed inside of you. Don't dim it. Don't hide it. Let it shine. Now that you're beginning to walk in your God-given identity, it's time to learn how to stay grounded, especially when life begins to shake. Because even those who know they're chosen still face storms. But hear me clearly, child. You were not meant to fear the winds. You were made to stand in peace, even while the waves rise. Peace is not the absence of conflict. It is my presence within the chaos. It is the unexplainable calm that blankets your soul when everything around you screams uncertainty. And this peace, it's not something you have to earn. It's something I freely give, if you'll just be still and receive it. Let's be honest. There will be days when your heart feels overwhelmed, when the pressure mounts, when questions go unanswered, when waiting becomes wearisome. In those moments, I want you to pause. Breathe. Listen for my whisper. Let my voice become louder than the noise. I'm not just with you when skies are clear, I'm with you in the middle of the storm. In fact, sometimes I allow the winds to blow not to break you, but to show you that your anchor in me holds firm. You don't have to run anymore. You don't need to scramble for control or search for solutions in your own strength. I want you to learn the sacred rhythm of stillness, where your first response isn't panic, but prayer. Where your first step isn't frantic striving, but coming back to me. Let me become your hiding place. Not a last resort, but your first retreat. A daily sanctuary, where my words become your strength and my spirit becomes your compass. When you draw near consistently, when you sit with me, not out of habit, but from hunger, you'll begin to notice a shift. The world may still shout, but you'll hear my still, small voice rise above it. Fear may knock, but it won't find a home. The enemy may try to confuse you, but clarity will be yours. Because you'll be walking with me, not ahead, not behind, but beside. Step by step. moment by moment. Don't underestimate the power of these small moments with me. Even 5 quiet minutes where you invite me in can redirect the entire course of your day. I don't require perfection, I simply want presence. I long to be part of your ordinary, not just your emergencies. You were created for connection with me, and peace is one of the first fruits of that closeness. When anxiety rises, let worship lift your eyes higher. When lies creep in, let truth reset your thinking. And when the darkness feels near, remember, I am the light that no shadow can overcome. I haven't called you to avoid the storm, I've called you to walk through it without being shaken. Hold fast to my promises. Let them be your shelter and shield. My word is still alive. It still calms winds. It still quiets fear. And it still reminds you, again and again, that you are not alone. So when the clouds gather, when doubt whispers, when your soul begins to tremble, come back here, to my presence. To this place of refuge. Let me hold you steady. Peace isn't a feeling to chase. It's a person to dwell with. I am your peace. And I'm not going anywhere. Now that you've found peace in my presence, now that your soul has been calmed and your heart is learning to rest, it's time to rise. Yes, my beloved, it's time. The stillness was never meant to paralyze you. It was meant to prepare you. You've rested. You've listened. You've let me speak to your hidden places and rewrite the narratives fear once wrote. And now I'm calling you forward, not with pressure, but with promise. Not with dread, but with delight. A new chapter is unfolding. And this one begins with your yes. I have placed within you everything you need to walk this path, not in confusion, but in clarity. No longer burdened by the weight of yesterday, you are free to step into the beautiful unknown, fully assured that I go before you. There are things you've only dreamed of, longings buried under years of delay and discouragement, that are beginning to awaken. Dreams that once felt far away are stirring again. Not because of coincidence, but because it's time. You are no longer who you were. You are stronger. Wiser. Calmer in spirit and richer in faith. And while the road ahead may still hold its share of challenges, you no longer walk as one who fears, you walk as one who knows who walks beside them. I've already started making a way where there was none. Behind the scenes, I've been working on your behalf, orchestrating divine connections, realigning your steps, and bringing light into places that once felt closed off. What felt like denial was truly design. And here's the truth, your story isn't just about you. The healing I've begun in you will become healing for others. The peace you found in my presence will overflow. The boldness that has taken root in your heart will inspire those still afraid to hope again. You've asked me for a sign, a confirmation, a door. This, right now, is my answer. Step forward. Not with rushed movements, but with steady trust. Not with desperation, but with expectation. For every step you take in faith unlocks more of what I've reserved for you. Yes, the terrain may feel unfamiliar. Yes, the future may look vast. But remember, you are not walking blind, you're walking by light. I am that light, and I will not fail to guide you. There will be moments when the past tries to pull you back, old fears, familiar insecurities, or voices of doubt that once held power. But they cannot touch you anymore, unless you turn toward them. So keep your eyes on me. Keep your heart open. Keep your spirit alert. And when joy rises in unexpected places, when peace meets you in the middle of the ordinary, know it is my hand upon you. I am confirming what I've spoken, this is your time. Not just to survive, but to live. Not just to wait, but to build. Not just to hope, but to move forward. So stand tall, my child. Take my hand. Let the old fall away like a chapter completed. Today, you begin again, renewed, empowered, embraced. And this time, you walk not as one searching for your place in the world, but as one who knows you've been sent by heaven itself. I have gone before you. The way is ready. The promise still stands. Now, walk in it.